just trying to survive and learn to love along the way, by Foreplay on AO3. Episode 47, Chapter 47, of Consequences and a Name. Quite frankly, Izuku feels like shit. His whole body aches, but the focal point is in his head. There's a constant pounding that wakes him from his slumber. He's reluctant to open his eyes, the last thing he was aware of, being knocked out by All for One. He's not interested in being subjected to that pain again, so he keeps them shut. They must have moved him when he was out, because he's laying on his back with something clamped around his hands. He could hear Kachan yelling, and he sounds almost scared. Fear isn't something he would usually put in the same sentence as Kachan, unless he was saying that someone is scared of him. The voice that answers him is not of a villain. It sounds like his dad. Except, why would his dad be here? The vice around his left hand disappears for a moment, and he relishes in the freedom. But just as he's about to do something about it, the weight is back. Except, it really isn't all that tight. And there's a texture that he didn't expect from being tied down. It feels rough, almost callous. He squints his eyes open and looks to his hand. There's another hand gripping his. And when he traces his eyes over the arm that's attached to, he eventually finds himself staring at his dad's face. He's not looking at Izuku. Instead, he's looking to his right. And Izuku sees his other dad there. That explains the weight on his other hand. Dad says something and stands before turning to untangle their hands. Where is he going? He can't just leave him. He only just woke up. Izuku tightens his hands around as much as he can, and his dad looks down at him, the shock look on his face morphing into one of relief. Hey, Izuku. How do you feel? His dad gives him a warm smile. Izuku shrugs. That bad, huh? Let me get the doctor to take a look. Izuku just tightened his hands and shake his head. His dad gets the message and sits back down. Hey, baby. We're so glad you're okay. When Sho explained what happened, I was so worried about you. Despite his enthusiasm, his dad looks wrecked. There are tears in his eyes as he gives Izuku a tired smile. Wordlessly, Izuku pulls his hands out of his dad's before slowly sitting up on his own. Once vertical, he throws his arms around his dad and buries his face into his leather coat. His dad grips his back just as tightly. Izuku pulls away after a few moments. How did I get here? Is Bomb okay? By Bomb, I assume you mean Bakugou? He turns to see his other dad and nods at him. He's fine. Take a look. He gestured to somewhere on the other side of the room, and Izuku cranes his neck around his dad to get a glimpse of the other bed in the room. Kachan is there, and looks to be peacefully sleeping. Izuku is surprised to see the way he's curled around Kirishima. He turns back to his dad and raises a brow in silent question. He just shrugs back at him. As for what happened, do you remember Yaoruzu giving you the tracker? Vaguely. Well, as soon as she got back to camp, she gave me the device. I contacted Detective Tsukuichi so he could gather a few heroes for a rescue. On the way to the hospital with some of your classmates, I phoned Sashi, who brought Midnight with him. By the time we all met up, Tsukuichi already had a plan. You guys helped rescue us? Of course we did, listener. Thank you. Izuku smiles as wide as his sore face allows as an attempt to get across just how grateful he is. Now, listener, I actually have some great news. His dad looks excited. He turns to his other dad, and he just shrugs, a bemused smile on his face. As you know, All Might was supposed to be at camp with you guys. Izuku turns to him with a confused frown. How is something involving All Might good news? He was called in to some meeting with the Principal Nezu. Let's just say, the man is not at all pleased with how All Might has been acting. So the day before you left, Sho and I brought him evidence regarding how he treated you. We hoped to get him removed from teaching. Why? Izuku's not exactly happy with how All Might has treated him, but does that really warrant him being removed from teaching? He's the #1 hero. Any school would be lucky to have him. His dad places a hand in his hair, and he turns to him, away from the frown on Hisashi's face. Izuku, kiddo, he hurt you. We're worried about you and the other students. He doesn't think before he acts, and that could put someone in serious danger. His idiocy already put you in danger. Oh, that makes sense. All Might may be the #1 hero, but he doesn't exactly think like it. So, what happened? He and Sho both turned towards Hizashi expectantly. Nezu removed him from teaching. It's only temporary for now. He has to attend mandatory training, and depending on how that goes, he may be permanently removed. Although, Nezu might keep him around the school for a few extra protection. What about his class? Don't worry about that, listener. Nezu just had to arrange the schedule a little. His dad gives him a warm smile, which Izuku returns easily. And the other news? His dad gives him a huge grin, and Izuku feels excited just looking at it. Well, while you guys were away, I got the call from your social worker. Your adoption went through. You're officially Yamada Izuku. Izuku dives back into his chest and hugs him harder than last time. He feels a shift on the bed beside him, and then his dad is bringing his arms around him as well, effectively squishing in between them. God, he loves them. What was that, little listener? His dad pulls away a little to look at him. Oh, he must have said that out aloud. I said that I love you guys. You're just so amazing, and you've helped me so much, and I haven't told you how much I care about you. Izuku's stuttering is from nerves when he starts, but by the end, it's because he's crying. He's been thinking about these warm feelings for so long. It's such a relief to finally get this off his chest. His dad pulls him back into his arms and squeezes him tightly. Not tight enough to be painful. Oh, Izuku, we love you too. You've become such an important part of our family. I can't imagine life without you in it. Izuku sobs and hugs him tighter. He's just so happy. Okay, so now that we got the family situated, all of that is good. So when are we gonna get Shindeku? I am craving Shindeku, please. Please and thank you, Shindeku. Where is it? Shindeku. Sorry, I'm obsessed. I love Shindeku. Shindeku is one of my favorite ships. So, but that was cute. We love Aizawa getting consequences. I was a little scared when I read the title, consequences, and a name. I knew that the name was probably going to be the fact that the adoption papers went through and Izuku would have gotten his new name, but I was like, consequences? What consequences? Right? So I'm happy about that. So chapter 48 is called Of Hugs and Apologies. Apologies. Kachan apologizing to Izuku? No. All Might apologize? I don't think that would be it. What was the question? What was the other one? Apologies and, okay, of hugs and apologies. Okay, so, who's apologizing? Sometimes some of these are like, oh, I know exactly what's gonna go on because of the name of the chapter, but this one it's like, hold up, what? Huh? Question mark? But, interesting. Oh, I could read the summary. I forgot. Summaries are a thing. After a happy reunion, Izuku learns of some saddening news. How will everyone cope? Oh, it hit me. I just realized. Right, somebody died. Oh god. Was it Sato? I think it was Sato that died. Was it him? I think. Oh my god. I forgot he died. I forgot characters died. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Alright. But okay. Everything seems to be good. We have the family business situated. So after the whole training camp thing gets situated, are we gonna get to see a little bit of Shindeku? You know, we're already like, we're not halfway, but we're nearing that mark, right? We're nearing that halfway mark. We're already like 46 chapters in. Wait, hold up. What would be the halfway mark? So, 127 divided by 2. So the halfway mark would be chapter 36. 63, not 36. God damn. 63. That would be the halfway mark. Oh, well, we're still 20 chapters away from that, the halfway mark. I think, yeah, we're barely reaching the halfway part. Okay, yeah, we're not close. All right, okay, just making sure. As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.